Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy Brandon Correa, aka Master of None, aka EF Hutton of Entertainment, and we are back with another TV show, Marvel superhero TV show review. For this one, because I didn't drop an episode 2 review, I'm gonna combine episode 2 and 3 into one video. So let's get right into this. So Miss Marvel, I'm really enjoying this show. Generally, overall, there wasn't much kind of big spoiler or big kind of events that have happened in like the last 2 episodes, especially episode 2, but there's just been a lot of just good TV. And what I mean by that is this show is just a joy to watch. When I put it on, like, I'm just smiling the whole time. You don't need like your thoughts to be provoked every single time you watch TV. Certain times you just need to be entertained. Certain times you just need to smile and laugh when we watch TV, and this is what this show does. There's just been a lot of good character moments, character building, family dynamic moments, which is the heart of the show, with brief sprinkles of the classic or our typical Marvel superhero flavor, as in them just having training montages, her learning the powers, and just getting into history of the Bangle. Like that those kind of stuff are just sprinkled in throughout the main heart of the show, which is just the character dynamics, the family dynamics between Kamala and her friends, Kamala and high school, Kamala and her family, and how she deals with all that as she's kind of coming of age time, and just like that weird awkward time that we all know. Obviously, if we're past that high school point, we know that is an awkward point. So this show, I honestly don't really have too much to say. With episode 3, again, there wasn't much of the superhero stuff that we were, I guess, expecting until closer to the end, when they started to reveal that we started to kind of finally reveal who the antagonist was going to be, which was, it ended up being, spoiler alert, if you're watching this, spoiler alert, it ended up being the guy that at her high school that she fell for. His mom ended up being someone that knew her great grandmother, and they're part of this group, and they have abilities, and it helps them from not aging, because this girl looks mad young, and somehow was like kicking in 1942, I think was the year when they said like the partition was. So we're finally now starting to get into the superhero-ness of Miss Marvel, and the show ended with a call from her grandma, basically being like, I need you to come, or I want you to come over this way to these ends, and really find out about our heritage and our family and what's really going on. I guess my only knock, and not even a knock, would just be seeing that again, because there's only 6 episodes, at some point they were going to have to introduce the superhero-ness like I just mentioned. And it seems like, obviously now with her going back to like where her family came from and just like learning more about that origin, it kind of seems like that turning point in Moon Knight, where Oscar ended up having to go back, Oscar Isaac, Stephen Grant, obviously Stephen Grant and Mark Spector, obviously acted by Oscar Isaac, had to go back to Egypt at some point to kind of like figure things out. So it seems like that's kind of this same turning point. I'm just hoping, because what really made this show enjoyable was the heart of it, the family aspects of it, with her kind of going away from her family, like her brother and those dynamics. Will the show, I guess, suffer from having to, I don't want to say fill in that superhero-ness, because obviously Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, is a superhero. So at some point she's gonna have to learn her powers and fight a couple bad guys, right? So I get that, but I'm just wondering if the show, which has been really good so far, will start to lack, because now she's gonna have to go and start to amp up her training and start to focus on that part, as opposed to just like the high schoolness that was going on before. So that's going to be interesting to see. Another positive I want to say for the show, the soundtrack for the show is amazing. This particular episode, before they kind of cut into the partition part, obviously Marvel has their opening theme song, the dun 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 dun. Obviously everyone knows it. And for certain movies, they will adjust it and kind of tweak it and remix it a bit to fit the character or fit that particular movie that is playing. So they really incorporated the Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan's culture into the opening of this, and it sounded amazing. It kind of was a foreshadowing to me of that the show itself was going to kind of deal with, I don't want to say darker tones, but it's just, yeah, Kamala was more sad in this episode. So it kind of foreshadowed just like the more sad tone, and obviously the ending where it kind of became real danger when the people ran up on her brother's wedding to actually like kill her and her family. So it was just, to me, like that beginning theme music was kind of just like a nice little foreshadow to the rest of the episode, but I also just liked the sound of it. It sounded cold when they were playing it. I really enjoyed that opening theme. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode, these episode reviews. Like I said, I'm really enjoying the show. I'm interested to see where it's going to go going forward now that she's going back to where her family came from to learn more about that. And like I said, I'm interested to see if the show will somehow continue that heart. Because again, obviously she has more family over there. So maybe we'll be able to see her connect to her family over there. And that dynamic that has really shined throughout these last few episodes will continue to shine in these next few as we finish off this series. I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of, the 6 episodes is a little iffy for me. I feel like I need some more episodes. That's why, and this is a side note, but I'm excited for Andor being 12 episodes. More substance to grab onto. I feel like a lot of these shows could benefit a little bit more from a little bit more substance. But that's a side note. Really enjoying Miss Marvel so far, and I'm excited to see what the next episodes have in store. So that's it for this video. If you liked my Miss Marvel episode 2 and 3 review, hit the like button. If you think you would like content like this, trailer reactions, TV show, movie reviews, all that entertainment, good stuff, NBA talk. I got my long form podcast on here that you can listen to on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, video form on YouTube if you're interested in that stuff. All of that good stuff. If you think you'd be interested, subscribe to the Brandon Correia Network. Subscribe to the Brandon Correia Network. I would really appreciate it, and thank you for watching.